Okay. So after indexing, we'll be moving on to our array slicing. See, for example, over here, for 2D array, if you're going to access this using negative indexes, so the first index is your row. So that means -2, that means we are discussing about this particular row. Uh, okay, so here -2 says that we are talking about this particular row since -2 is written over here. And -3 says column. So -3 is this column. See, so we are talking about this column. So what is between this and this? That is 23. So this is how you can access your element using indexing. Now next comes our array slicing. Array slicing says that how you can extract a subset of your numpy. If you want to extract a subset of it, that means if you want that there is a complete list, we want a particular subset of the list, then you can do it using slicing. Slicing means chopping off or cutting off your list. So the syntax we have is np.array. It should be having a start, stop, and step as we were having it into the arrange. But it is a slicing. So the index we are representing over here. See, in arrange we were using already over arrange as a keyword, but for slicing we'll be using as an np.array. And how do you want to slice it? You can just put it as start, stop, and then you can write the steps over here. Now its default value is starting as 0, stop at its dimension only, and by default the steps are being taken as 1. Okay. Now see, you can see in the example that we are already having a list which we have converted into the array, and now we want that array AR that it should be sliced as 2:6:2. Now 2 is what we have in starting index. So 0, 1, 2. So 6 is our position. So it will start from 6 and then we have to end it at 6. That means before 6. So the position is we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. But before 5 we have to stop it. Sorry. 6 is the position. That means the element is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So before 6 we have to end, that is your 10. Now see, 6 to 10 के बीच में 3 elements है, but we are taking only 2 because the step is given 2. So after taking 6, you have to leave one count and then the next step you have to take which is 10. So this is the way how you are slicing it in 1D array. If you want to do it with the 2D array, then in 2D array, how do we slice this? That we say the same thing for the row and for the column. For both of the things, we have to mention it. For row also, we have to define start, stop, and step. And for column also, we have to define start, stop, and step. I'll not be taking you much time. We'll just wrap up soon after finishing the functions. We'll be taking the vertical slicing and all tomorrow. Not tomorrow, on the Tuesday. So the example for the 2D arrays, there are so many examples given in your textbook and which I have really found very interesting and also very supportive for you to understand. So if you will go through them once, it will be very helpful for you guys. So the example is over here. Now see, the array says that slice this array 1 is to dash is to 2 and comma dash is to 3. So you can see that the row indexing is given as 1. It should start from 1. The stop indexing is not given. That means हमको जो भी end dimension है वहां तक जाना है. Step should be 2, comma. This was for the row. So the row will start from, this is the array given. So it's already given should start from 1. So once start करना है and the end index is not given. That means we have to go till 3. The steps should be 2. So that means first we will take 1. After that we will take directly 3. Now talking about the column, the initial index is not given. That means we'll be taking it with 0. But the last index is given is 3. And every time whatever the last index is given, हम उससे एक कम लेते हैं. That means we are going to go to 2 only. So it will be 0, 1 and 2. So in that case, what is like 0, 1, 2? So in this particular columns, these rows are only coming into the loop. So its output will be 12, 14, 16, 32, 34, 36. Because it comes in that particular row also and in that particular columns also. So in this way, you are going to extract this. You have to practice like this each so many examples from your book, because in exam it really comes like this, that you have to slice it. They'll give you examples and it will be in 2 to 3 marks only. They'll be giving you some indexing and slicing, that you have to perform the slicing on that particular thing. Okay, going it again. The one who has a doubt, or okay. So for slicing, what do we do for 1D slicing? We have a list. You just define start कहाँ से करना है, stop कहाँ करना है, and what should be the step taken by it. Step says, do you want to leave one count and jump on to the two? Do you want to leave two counts or jump on to the next one? Or do you want it sequentially 1, 2, 3, 4 like this? So since they have written over here 2, that means they wanted a break of 2. It should start from 2. So 0, 1, 2. So 6 should be the element for it. Then it should end before 6, that is the fifth one. So it goes to 10. And then 6, 8, and 10 comes and into its radar. But then what happens if 6, 8, and 10 comes? They want step of 2. So after 6, we have to leave 1, and the next count is our 10. So it will be 6 and 10. Row of the arrays have the index 1 rule. No, rows always starts from 0. I didn't understand you. Why doesn't the rows of the arrays have the index 1 rule? Which index 1 rule?
Index -1, I guess.
Acha, index -1 rule. It is for the columns as well. Minus is -1. Okay, -1 is you talking about. Okay. So -1 goes with the rows also and with the columns also. See, you can see here -1 has been given to the column also, -1 has been given to the rows also.
No, like he meant when we start the slicing, we did not take the last element specified. We said 2 to 3.
So that,
Like 0
okay,
to 3, we don't take the third element.
Yeah. Actually, when you start, you always start from 0. But while stopping, you have to leave that particular element. Stopping indexes says whatever your nth element is there, you take generally n-1 position. You don't take n. This is the rule what this says. That stop means not only stop, but stop equals to n-1. Whatever the last index is there, -1 should be the rule for your stop situation. But for starting, it is not like that. Start should be from 0 only. I hope it must be clear. Dude. You can unmute Sanraj and you can ask. Okay, got it. Okay, fine. So discussing about 2D array, we are already done with 2D array, no? Okay. So now we'll be joining and concatenating. So now by the time we have learned slicing, कि आपको slicing करना है, so what will be the rule? So this is two functions we have already done. One is your indexing, how you are going to index the element, and second one is your slicing, how you are going to slice it. There is a lot of confusion while slicing. You will understand it better if you will solve more of the examples from the textbook. There are solved examples also which will help you better. I have even taken the screenshot from there only because they've explained it very beautifully. The next function we have is our joining two of the arrays. Now see, when we split two array, or when, just a minute, no? When we slice it, the slice is not only the way for chopping off or for getting the particular subset of array. There is one more method for doing it, which is your splitting, which I'm going to take into the next session, because if I take it to the same session, it will be very confusing for every one of us. So by the time you have the days, 2 days, at least Sunday and Monday, go through the slicing all the example. I'm talking it for all the students that go through the slicing all the examples. So it would be better for you to understand in the next class, that how slicing is different from your splitting. And splitting is going to be there for your practicals also, which will come in for your practicals. Now see, if you want to join or concatenate numpy arrays, so there are two methods. One is like using h stick, v stick, and another one is your concatenate function. So h stick says horizontal stick, v stick says vertical stick. So what you can do, suppose if I have a list 1 and list 2, if I want to join both of the lists, so what can I do is np.vstick list 1 and list 2. In the similar way, you can do it for arrays also. So what do I want to do? If I want to do vertical stick, we can just use vstick anyone who is drawing anything on the screen, please don't do it. It is appearing on my screen as well, because so V stake says that vertically stack up, and if you use this V stake, you can see that how list 1 and list 2 has been vertically stacked up. List 1 was this, list 2 was this. So just one below the another has been stacked up. In the similar way, if I talked about horizontal stack, what do they do? They add up horizontally. So one list was 9865, another list was 7445. So now when I use H stack, both are joined together. In this way, you can join V stack and H stack. But for joining this, you should keep it in mind that while joining index, you can see that both the lists were having 2 rows. That's why you could join it. The number of columns are, and how many doesn't matter in horizontal stack, but the number of rows should be same. अगर एक में 3 rows है और एक में 2 rows है, then how would you join them? So the number for compatibility, the number of rows should be same in horizontal stack, whereas in vertical stack, if you are joining it vertically one above another, the columns should be, number of columns should be same. If one is having 3 columns, another one is having 5 columns, they cannot match and join. So that is a drawback for H stack, V stack, which you have to keep it in mind. So now this was, we have discussed for 1D. What about 2D? In 2D also we will do in the same way. See, you can see the vertical stack. They are just joined one above another, and going to talking about horizontal stack, they are joined horizontally to one another. In the similar way, you can use concatenate keyword also, but there you just specify axis, which is very important. Axis 0 says that you are going vertically. Axis 1 says that you are adding horizontally. So when you concatenate, like H stack, V stack में आप H और V से define करते हो. In the similar way, for this concatenate, what do? You define axis. If you are saying axis 0, it will add up vertically, and if you say axis 1, it will take it as horizontally. What is the original list 3 and list 4? List 3 and list 4, I forgot to mention. I forgot to write it over here, but it is given in an example. List 3, I told you by showing it here. List 3 is here 9865. List 4 is over here 7445. And they have added both of them. List 3 is, again I'm repeating, 9865. List 4 is here 7445. Okay. You can use the concatenate keyword also. You can go through the examples for that from your book. Now remaining functions we have is our splitting, which I'm going to take into the next class, and only operations left. And if you recommend, I can take it now so that we can discuss the questions in the next class then. What do you all suggest? Do you want to continue? Only 1-2 topics are only remaining. Okay, we'll take the topic now and we'll discuss what you have to write into the general, or the questions we'll be discussing into the next class for the NumPy. Then we'll be moving on to the pandas. Okay, so we have one more thing. Splitting is also there, along with, already we have learned this slicing. So along with the slicing, we have now splitting. Splitting also has the similar function like slicing. So what does split do? It is horizontal split and vertical split. Now there are 3 kinds of split. One is your horizontal split, one is your vertical split, and another one is just your split, which divides the array into equal as well as non-equal subarrays. In horizontal split and in vertical split, what you have to do, just mention what you are doing. As horizontal split will divide it horizontally, vertical split will divide it vertically. Go through the examples from the book, as I have not mentioned it over here. Using a split function, what you can do, you can mention the array, that which array do you want to split. Then you can, and says here, if it is a one-dimensional array, you can specify that particular list or array you want to divide it into 2 parts or 3 parts. If it is 2-dimensional array, you have to specify that from where do you want to start it, where do you want to end it. Now axis 0 and axis 1 says that which particular axis do you want to take. Axis are must to be taken into. If you will not specify axis, so वो by default axis 0 ले लेगा. Otherwise, if you want to define, if you will define the axis, it will go according to them. So see, axis 0 is splitting horizontally. अगर आपको horizontally, if you want to split, you have to take axis 0. The most important questions asked during the Vivas. It goes like this, as the arrow says. Suppose x is equal to 1, splitting vertically, so it will split the data vertically. Example is np.split. This is the way it has been used. Split array. And how do you want to use, which particular subset of array do you want? You have mentioned it over here. You can see the example. As you mentioned the array over here that 1:4 should be splitted. How do it do it? How does it do it? See the example. If the argument is like 1:4, so it has been divided into 3 parts. 0:1, then 1:4, and then 4:n. So this is the array which we were having. Now since the axis is not defined, it will be dividing it vertically, which says axis is equal to 0. Now see, 0 to 1 will be this, 1 to 4 will be 1, 2, 3. Since we skip always the last index, n minus 1. So 4 minus 1 will be 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 is 2. Now 4n is there is nothing, so it will be an empty array. So the subset will be created like one subset, two subset, and another will be your empty array. This is the way how they split it. Last one we have is there are so many arithmetic operations on it is, which is like addition, plus and minus, and multiplication, division, and mod. And also if you applied on 2D arrays, then there are some functions. This is for 1D, and if you want to go, this can be used for 1D as well as 2D. If you are using it for 1D, you will specify NN, and if there are two arrays, you can specify array here, and you can add it like array 1 plus array 2, array 1 plus 2. You can do it like this. Using NumPy functions, you can do it like use add, subtract, multiply, divide, mod, whatever the function you want to go through, and specify the arrays which are the array are there. Array 1, array 2, array 3, array 4. Whatever the arrays you have, you can specify here in the brackets, and you can add and subtract, and whatever functions you want to apply to, you can go through them. Please go through the examples given in the book. There are so many examples which I can really actually not take because it is only 40 minutes class. I cannot extend it much as students gets bored while sitting on the computer. So go through the examples given in your textbook. On Tuesday, we will meet with some of the questions which we will be solving here on the basis of which will be for your journals as well. Any doubts for this session, you can ask me now. Anyone, any doubts? I am unmuting everybody.
No, ma'am.
Any doubts? Anything which is unclear, you want me to explain again? Shall we?
No, ma'am.
Shall we end the meeting then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, see you on Tuesday. This is the last class which was on Sunday. Now all the classes will be on Tuesday and Thursday only. And that's why I have extended this class on Sunday, because on Tuesday and Thursday we will not be having the time to extend, as we will be having any another classes from 9 on. Okay, then.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, bye.